How's it going, guys? This is Samso, and I'm here with a little dilemma. So here I am in Silver 3, actually, and I've dropped over the past couple days. So now that I've actually came back, I decided to play a game of Rammus. So in this game, we have ourselves a Thresh support, Graves AD carry, and a Zyra mid, along with the Volibear. So they picked all of these on their own, and basically the other team actually picked before they did, and they picked all of these champions into those certain champions. I was first pick, so I decided to pick Rammus, one of the god tier junglers, and here I am just trying to secure myself a blue. So basically, the normal meta for most top laners is ward the red buff at a minute and 20 seconds, and this is the point where we're basically just waiting on the other team, seeing what they were going to do. So Volibear goes to check on red. So I'm just here chilling out, waiting for minute 55. And all of a sudden, I see Volibear scrambling around, just walking around, not actually warding. And all of a sudden, he walks into a 1v3. So I'm like, hey, they're definitely going to invade. And through all that, he decides not to put a ward down, and he walks all the way back up to top lane to recall. So I'm here thinking, hey, they are invading. So I sprint over to red buff. In that sudden chaotic moment, I didn't see that he didn't put down a ward. So I thought, hey, they must be taking my red. So I walk down there and I look through this bush, and all of a sudden I see, hey, it's a free Lucian, take him. The Thresh doesn't hook immediately because he's an idiot. And basically now Graves is super low, and it's like, yay, free kill. And all of a sudden, what the hell? Ryze comes out, and then Lee Sin comes out, and I'm like, what is this? So this is the outcome of someone not actually warding red and giving false information and screwing over the entire team. So now at this point, I'm screwed. I am completely behind. It's 2 minutes, and I'm heading towards my red, and now both bottom laners are dead. Actually, just Graves. So now I'm walking over to my red. I'm like, damn it, this game is going to be hard. I didn't think it was going to be impossible then, so I decided to walk over my red. Maybe I'll creep, get some creep for a little bit. So as you can see at this point, Volibear is literally getting free farm. TF is not going into lane, and basically Zyra, I'm asking Zyra to help me get a few basic attacks in. So she walks over. She gives one basic attack, as you can see here, and she walks away. And then she comes back, and then she comes back, and then she goes away again, and she comes back, just hit my base winning again. And I'm just like, are you lagging, dude? So I don't even know. So now I'm heading over to my Reef camp, and I'm like, yeah, this Zyra probably sucks. So I'm just clearing my wave, and then you can see TF is heading back into lane. So now I'm just like, I gotta farm up. Like, there's no way I'm gonna get back into this game unless I get the appropriate farm. So you can see bottom lane is getting pushed. Thresh hasn't gone back into lane. Zyra's pushing really hard against Ryze, and so is Volibear. So I'm like, hey, maybe due to their aggressiveness, they might be able to pull something off. So I'm just like, hey, I'm just gonna go get my blue buff and chill out. So I'm just waiting, getting my blue buff, and this is the point where it's just all quiet. It's just laners going into the lane, and all of a sudden Volibear dies. So Volibear decided to actually pick Volibear into either a Ryze or a TF, and I'm assuming they lane switched halfway through. So, and then you can see Lee Sin going to gank Zyra, and Zyra's already dead. So, yeah. At 0-4, I'm like, if I could pull off some good plays, I might be able to get us back into this game. So now that I'm pretty low, I decided to actually go and get my wolves and then back, and then hopefully get my another jungle item. And you can see Lee Sin is still mid, and now he finally decides to leave, and bottom lane is actually pushing on their own. So Graves and Thresh are pushing pretty well against Leona. I don't really check what they're actually up to, but it looks like they have a certain advantage, and Volibear heads back into lane and immediately pushes it like crazy. Keep in mind, these are all Silver 3 players, so you're not really expecting that much, but Silver 3 players are still meant to be relatively decent. They've played this game long enough to know what the rules are and know what champions they're supposed to pick and what kind of counters they should expect. So again, he's pushing super hard against this TF, and he's probably taking a lot of damage in lane. And I'm just checking my phone because like there's nothing to do because I don't have my boots. All the lanes are pushed. I have no way to gank, and the only time this time that bottom lane can be ganked, I'm top lane, so I just backed. And basically now I'm just trying to clear some waves and hopefully try to wait for an opportunity for other laners to push. But both of my top and middle lane are really just stuck in their spots, and Zyra's just pushing up. And Volibear is just still trying to push, so I'm like, I should just keep clearing, I guess. So here's a quick tip for those silver elo players. Please don't push when you realize that you're not exactly ahead. Do not push unless you're ahead, because the more you push, the more they're going to shove back. You're going to take a lot of damage and poke, and you're highly susceptible to ganks. So now I'm heading to bottom lane, and I'm like, hey, it looks like it's going to be interesting. And Thresh decides to go in on his own, trying to bake this guy at that Lucian to death, and he exhausts Leona. And all of a sudden, Lee Sin comes in and bang, double kill. So I wasn't able to get there in time, and Graves was like, "Oh, hey, why'd you dive so deep in?" And like, yeah. So disappointed. I'm like, I guess I'll just try to hold this wave. I mean, there's nothing left to do. So I'm just trying to clear the wave, trying to stop them from taking tower. So basically, Zyra's paying for help. He teleports in, and I'm like, oh, I gotta take out that Lucian. And I do. So I'm actually able to get away here because I'm really tanky. So I just basically walk off, and I'm trying to eat Leona into this, and bang, Thresh actually makes amazing play pulling Thresh into the tower, and Thresh takes a kill. But you know, I don't really care at that point. So I'm like, yeah, the plays, I'm gonna hype this team so we can get back into this game. And you know, so yeah, and the game goes on, and I'm just clearing my wave, and you know, so basically I'm just walking across, just checking out how the lanes are doing. And you know, alright, so now I'm just clearing waves, boring jungling stuff, and I just see Zyra kind of getting shreked. So now I'm gonna try to come into lane and try to back her up. And she decides to push super deep despite being that low, and I cannot make any plays if like Ryze is under tower, so I decided to take Grave Camp. And you can see bottom lane is getting shoved by the other side, and you could see TF shoving this Volibear. But knowing as a jungler, I know the Volibear isn't going to be able to do much against TF. The TF should be able to win at all stages of the game against Volibear. So there's no point ganking top. So I have to really be smart about this and react fast to the bot lane push. So now we're at this point, and boom, Volibear dies again. He decides to all in the TF, and yeah, Zyra dies again. So we're now at 2-9, and I'm like, this is ELO hell. I can't do anything. I'm Rammus. I don't do enough damage. I'm just here to tank, to make plays, do whatever I can. And I'm not depressed at this point. I'm just like, I just gotta do what I can to get us back into this game. Again, I need to take my red. I need to hurry up about this because my blue buff is up. Lee Sin is probably counter jungling right now, so I need to think fast. And there's basically nothing for me to do at this point. The Thresh doesn't have any wards up at any point in the game. That trinket was from Graves, so I know that Lee Sin is trying to take my blue right now. So I decided to walk over to Lee Sin's blue in hopes of seeing active blue that can be taken, and I realize, bang, Lee Sin has it, and it's already gone. That either means Lee Sin didn't take my blue buff, or they took both. So I walk over to my blue buff. I see Lee Sin going top lane. I'm like, yo, Volibear, watch out. He's coming. I'm like, back up, dude, back up. He decides to stick around to take 2 more CS. And then he finally decides to walk off, and bang, he gets and then like, yeah, he's dead. My blue buff's taken, and Volibear's an idiot. So this is the point again where I need to gank bot. So I decided to try to head bot and hopefully make some plays. So now I'm heading down, just looking around, and I'm trying to get in there. And I realize I can't catch up to Lucian, so I decided to just take this Leona kill and walk off with it. And Thresh actually lands that hook, but he's too low to actually do anything, and I'm slow to the point where I can't move. And all of a sudden, yeah, Graves just took that all, and he dies. So I just need to back out now, and I honestly didn't want to take that kill, but I did, which was entirely my fault. But yeah, so I say my bad. Graves is staying chill as always, but he's definitely not good. So yeah, now he blames me for taking the kill, and yeah, I'm gonna take that, because as a jungler I should always give my laner the kills, and I screwed up at that point and last hit that Leona, and it was my fault. So yeah, so another boring stage in the game, and yeah. So I need to catch up and creep a little bit, because my jungle creep is really, really low. And at this point, I still think, hey, maybe we might be able to pull off a miracle and get into late game, because Rammus late game is almost impossible to kill unless it's 5v1. 1v5, I mean. So I just need to try to farm up, get some extra gold, get my Thorn Mail, get my tankiness, and I see bottom lane trying to make plays right now. I'm not sure why. Zyra's completely out of mana, and she gets caught. There she goes, taking a massive amount of damage. I'm like, I need to hurry up and clear this wave and head down there. Zyra's dead. Thresh gets caught. And, yeah, Graves is stuck. So I'm like, 1v4. I gotta get down there. Volibear dies again, because he tries to tower dive. And, nothing to do. So I'm like, hey, this Lee Sin, he looks juicy, so I'm gonna try to kill him. I see Ryze just stumbling to get that dragon, and Lee Sin kicks me out. So I'm like, I need to get out of here, because Ryze is freaking strong, because I have barely any magic resist, so he decides to follow me for a little bit. And I'm like, I gotta stop bottom lane from pushing, so I gotta head over there. I go in, and then, yeah, the dash gets him straight out of danger, and I realize that I can't do anything. So I decided to go take a frog, as Donkey would say it. But yeah, just kidding. No, I know they're taking dragon, but they're not actually taking dragon. So I'm like, Lee Sin's backed, Ryze is backed. This has to be a free dragon. So Graves, he decides to farm for another 10 seconds, and Lee Sin gets here. I'm like, we gotta bring this dragon out a little bit so he doesn't queue in and kill us. And I see Ryze coming in, so I realize we have to back out right now. We have to back out. And Graves decides to stay for another few seconds, and we land that amazing hook, and bam, free Lee Sin. That's good. That's good. And all of a sudden, their jungler's out, and I'm like, I'm too low. You guys gotta tank it for a little bit. And Zyra goes back into lane, and then Ryze comes down. Volibear is still top, farming top, that is. And here's another point I'm trying to stress right now. All top laners should have teleport, so they can actually help the team. So now I'm stunned. I realize, oh my god, I'm so dead. I'm just trying to get out of there. And I'm not sure what Leona tried to do right there. And then, yeah, actually get away from that, which is pretty surprising. And you can see Zyra running across their jungle in hopes to try to get away. Alright, watch this. This is the best thing ever. Boom. Ryze isn't even there, and then now she's dead. But he actually gets the Ryze, which was impressive, but she's like 1-6 at this point. I'm just here trying to wait for my home guards, and Graves dies again, and I'm trying to think, Lucian must have went into my jungle. Hopefully I can pick him off. And everybody's like, hey, surrender at 20. And I'm like, I don't really want to, but... And I actually missed that ward. I don't know how, but... Yeah, so I gotta take my red before Lee Sin takes it, so on and so forth. And you can see Volibear pushing really deep again. I'm not sure why again. And Volibear is just pushing balls deep. And he's literally just asking to be collapsed on. and he's just roaming, walking around. And yeah, so at this point, they must be taking Dragon. They must have already taken it. So now I'm just like, I gotta take my golems. I gotta catch up on gold. And Volibear backs out, which was smart because we didn't know where any of them were. And again, Thresh has almost 0 wards on the map. He decides to put 1 Trinket ward down. And MVP Thresh. Actually, not Trinket. He put a Vision ward down, so I guess MVP. I don't believe that he has a Sightstone at this stage. I don't know why. And basically, this Lucian is kind of an idiot. He gets caught. Boom. Boom. Should be a free kill. And yeah, I'm like, this must be free. And then yeah, Graves does indeed get him. My blue buff's gone again. I've gotten 1 blue buff at the beginning of the game so far. So I'm like, alright, Volibear, back out. Please back out. Back out. Back out. Back out. And then, like, I try to back right here because I didn't think it was warded, and boom, Rise comes out, and I have to back now. Yep. So it's 3 people bottom lane, and I'm telling them to back out because Lee Sin is going down there along with the 3 that's already there. So obviously they back up, think this through. So I'm like, Volibear, why are you pushing so deep? And bang, he's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, best Volibear NA. So yeah, ELO hell once again. Volibear's an idiot, and basically Thresh is being smart, telling him to back out, and there's Lee Sin. So I'm like, I'm gonna be able to catch this Lee Sin out, and he kicks me out. So we gotta stop this right now. And again, Graves tries to make a good play. I lag a little bit, and basically at this point I'm caught. I'm basically dead, and yeah, I'm dead. So again, Zyra gets caught because she's at the other side of the map, and well, not other side of the bush. Volibear died really early, and now Volibear is trying to make up for it by going bottom lane. I don't feel like getting cloth armor. I just want to go straight into the chainmail. So yeah, Volibear making his MVP plays again, throwing minions over his back, and so at this point it's 7:21, and there's almost no point to this game, but I try to stay, like, I try to have high hopes. So I'm trying to head down mid lane, trying to make a play, because if I taunted this Lee Sin correctly, I would have been able to get him, but unfortunately I didn't. So all my buffs are gone, and I'm just heading top because I want to clear that wave. And this game is just a massive shithole, and then, yeah. So the point I'm trying to get across here is our Volibear willingly picked Volibear into Rise. And then Rise decided to actually not go top. I'm not sure why. And then Zyra picked Zyra into TF, which was the thought, which must have been the thought at the time. And Zyra right now is 1-6. Our Thresh is 2-3. Our Volibear is 0-5. Our AD carry has like very, very limited amount of farm. So, and the Graves is basically caught at this stage, and he's actually able to get away because he dashes through that. So, which is alright. I mean, the Graves wasn't bad enough where it was just unacceptable, but he was still not silver ELO. None of these players here are actually silver ELO. They don't play like silver ELO, but they're still in silver ELO. So there goes Riot rank system. So we are actually able to catch this TF out, and I'm like, impressive. Graves takes that kill. That's good. That's good. He can actually get fed. I popped ult. I'm not sure why I did, but I did anyways. So basically, I'm here, just, you know, chilling out. And bang, Zyra's caught. I mean, Thresh is caught. And yeah, he didn't put a single ward down. He just decided to walk around and get killed. So Graves decides to back, and which wasn't a bad idea at the time, but so I know Lee Sin's right there, so I gotta put a ward down just to make sure we have vision of our own jungle. And Zyra's out of mana, so she decides to back. So at this stage, I wasn't able to get any blue buffs. I didn't get any blue buffs on my own, and we're basically all behind. We should be behind by around 5k gold, maybe more. And yeah, Graves tries to get back into the lane, and I'm like, I'm coming in, I'm gonna gank. Let's get that Lucian. And I see Volibear gets caught again because he's out of mana, and boom, he's dead. He pushed that deep, and he's dead once again. So this is literally unwinnable situation. So I try to make something out of nothing, and I see Lee Sin right there. That was a remarkable play by Lee Sin to be able to snipe Zyra off like that, and he was pretty good. So, you know, I'm just like, there's nothing to do with this play. So now I just need to back off. We didn't have vision on anything. All of them were pretty much bottom lane. So I gotta get my home guards. I should be able to get back into late in 2 seconds. Pardon me. And they take the tower. So yeah, I needed some extra health at that point, and now I just gotta get down there, but there's no point because I'm pretty sure we're gonna actually say, yeah, we should probably surrender, but nope. 2 other people decide not to surrender. I usually always vote no, because I'm like I said before, I'm a positive person. I try to think this through, and Thresh is like, I'm done. There's no point to this game, which I didn't agree with that at the time. I was just like, maybe we can make a couple plays and still come back, because I played quite a few games where, yeah. So I'm like, I'm done with this Thresh. He's so BM. Like, there's no point. I'm just like, just report him, guys. And I'm not sure what Zyra's doing right here. He just decided to take out one of my minions, and I'm like, what are you doing? 3 mid, 1 top. So, yeah. Thresh continues to BM, and Graves is lol, like he did at the beginning of the game. He's probably an idiot. So, as you can see, Twisted Fate is at 76 farm, which means he's an idiot as well. And, yeah, both teams aren't necessarily the best. And, yeah, nothing to do. So, maybe my blue buff's still up for 1 time in the game. And once I come around that corner, gone again. So, that's another blue buff that I missed. There's no point in going mid right now because it's going to be a clusterfuck. They're going to have way more CC than we do. And there goes. Graves almost got caught again. So I'm like, I gotta back home guard down mid. Hopefully I can make a play. But Volibear's AFK, Thresh is AFK, Zyra's top, trying to just dick around with Rise. So it's just me and Graves at this point. So I do not want to run into a 1v4 and Rise kills Zyra once again. So I didn't see their swap. I didn't see the 3 laners that automatically went top lane. And bang, now I'm stuck. And I'm like, I need help, guys, no, guys, and I'm dead. Yep. That was bad play by me, but I just wanted to hold that tower. I thought they would keep pushing mid, because, you know, you can see those minions already pushing down, and 2 of us are AFK. And Thresh is like, just uninstall, guys. And keep in mind, these are still Silver 3 players. They are not Bronzies. They know how to play their roles. They know, most of them know not to disrespect their own teammates. And I'm just here like, personally, I think I did everything I could. Like, yeah. So now, we're kind of done here. Most of us are AFK. I don't want to run into that clusterfuck of a team and just die again. So I was like, I'm actually done. The 1-8 Zyra, the 0-6 volley, we're done. Oh, guys, we're done. So I just decided to start up the surrender, and yeah, the last person was completely AFK, and he just decided not to vote. And yeah, there goes. Volibear's AFK. Thresh is just sticking around. I'm here. I do not want to go anywhere at this point because we don't have any kind of vision. We're just going to get caught. I'm just going to get caught if I just go anywhere. So yeah, this is kind of my game here. I would just like to bring this point across that please get better, guys. Silver ELO players, please don't pull shit like this. And yeah, this is just a little showing of what ELO hell really means. Yeah, we're 927. Good game, guys. And this is pretty much the end of my video here. Yeah, I just decided to stay here because there's no point in clearing the waves. Just let them finish up the game. And I don't want to like extend this game any longer than we have to. So yeah, this is indeed a Silver 3 game. This is not bronze games. And actually, I'm gonna check up what stats they were, because most of the time I get ranked with golds, because my ELO's usually higher than most silver ELO players. And I'm gonna check right now as to what kind of stats they have. Let me just take a look. And well, Low King's dead. So I'm gonna go on op.gg, North America, private Samso. Let's check it out. So, renew data. Actually, yeah, just renew.